The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Hey everyone, it's Antenna, and you are watching the DL Show only on Dave's Guitar Channel.
I am so happy to be here tonight. We're going to show you some magic, so I'd like you all to let go of all your preconceptions of what you think is impossible. Because tonight, absolutely nothing is impossible.
All righty. Welcome, everybody. It is Monday night. I am trying out a couple of new custom windows here to see how it looks. Let's say hello to everybody. Zim, how's it going? No audio. Oh, hold on. He's on mute. Hold on.
There you
There he is.
No, he put himself on mute again.
Oh, because I unmuted him and he did it. Hold on.
Shit.
I got you.
Oh, crap. Oh, there we go. I'm doing good, guys.
All right. And then, Krelba, how are you doing?
Hanging in there.
So Zim was telling me last week why he wasn't on the show. And Zim, I thought it was an interesting story. Why don't you tell that again real quick about this band?
Okay, well, there's a guy that asked me, hey, his bass player had a stroke, and so he's like, I need a bass player. I got these gigs coming up, and so I'm like, man, I'm already kind of in a band and this and that. And he sent me his song list. And there's a lot of tunes that I sort of kind of know, but most of the stuff is like from the 90s, you know? And that's some of the music that I'm not really versed on, is all the 90s stuff. But because he lives right here in the neighborhood, I said, okay, I'll come over and maybe we can, I don't know. Didn't really want to, but I did. But a lot of his songs, he plays everything in standard tuning. And so I'm sitting there trying to learn the song. And instead of starting a song like in A or something, he'll be down in, A flat or C. He plays it differently than the records. Like, you should just tune down a half step. All these 90s bands, they all tune to E flat.
Or play the song a whole step up, or play the song a half step up.
Yeah.
But play it in the positions that are on the record.
Yeah. So the way he was playing stuff was all kind of weird and kind of wrong. And so, but I stayed at his house and we jammed for about, 3 hours, and he had a girl there that was singing and she was doing pretty good. And then one of the other guitar players didn't show up, and he was like a guitar player / singer. So it wasn't even the whole full band there, but it just, I think I annoyed the guy because I kept saying, you guys got to 2.5 step down because all these songs are, why are you doing that? Plus it'll be easier for you to sing if you're a half step down. And yeah, he got annoyed with me, I think.
But anytime you post that question, you got to Beetlejuice him. You guys remember when Beetlejuice was on Stern? If he was just sitting there, he'd always just do this. Like, what the fuck? It's fine. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, guys, come on.
Play it in the right
tune this thing right. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Plus, then, they did Hotel California, and I kind of worked my way through it a little bit, and that one sounded fine. But then you got to stretch to sing it. And so, yeah, they'll eventually get it. I don't know. They're all in their 50s. Maybe if they haven't figured out that you should tune a half step down in this day and age. If you don't have a keyboard player in the band, I think that's mostly why the bands from the 60s and the 70s, when you had REO Speedwagon, when you had the guys on pianos, you couldn't really tune your piano down a half step. So all those guys played in
synthesizers are tunable.
Right.
Yeah, but the thing about piano is it's easier for a piano player to play in E flat minor than E minor. They like the flat keys. That's what a piano. So when you tune half step down for a guitar, the piano makes the piano world easier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's 3 flats, and so then you only got 4 whites, 3 flat. It's just 3 black keys, 4 white keys. So much easier to play like an E flat. Then that's why most all Elton John songs are either in B flat or E flat, because that's what's comfortable for a piano player.
And so he doesn't retune his piano; he just transposes.
No, they just play. Yeah. In fact, there's a great Howard Stern town hall meeting with Billy Joel, and Billy Joel talks about how he likes playing in certain keys, and he doesn't like playing in flat keys like most piano players. He likes, D and A, and it's interesting. There's also a great interview with Michael McDonald when somebody was asking him why he used to sing so high. And he said he would write the songs on the piano, but he wasn't a good enough player to change keys to do it to his voice. So he's like, fuck it, I'll just sing up to where that pitch is and that. I always found that funny. I found that to be pretty hilarious, Jerry. Hilarious. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so obviously they decided to audition a couple other guys. So
of course.
I flunked the audition.
Well, I think they flunked it.
I know. I'm super busy with my band that I'm already in. We're playing Arizona Bike Week next Saturday up in Scottsdale. It's Arizona Bike Week. All the bikers are out everywhere, just like Fort Lauderdale does a bike week. We have 75-degree weather now, and it's just perfect riding weather. I'm not a biker.
Right.
I won't get on one of those things because I'm afraid I'll kill myself on one of those things.
That's one of those things, though, that like auditioning with bands or playing with bands, it's like you've got to qualify that before you even go there, because there's been times when I was in my youth and you go and you rehearse with some people and it's like, what are you playing? No. No. And in fact, one time how my band started, how the Big Angry started in LA was this one guy who was like all up in my face about, dude, we got to start this band. We're going to do this. And I said, well, come on over and play.
Mm-hmm.
And he came over and we jammed. And while we were jamming, I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm in a band with this dude. No way in hell. It's not happening. And then the singer reached out to me and he was like, I'll only do it if you do it. I'm like, well, let me think about it. And then the other kid was like, forget about it. I just auditioned for a band and got into this other band. And I was just like, okay, we'll do the band. I'm the only guitar player. I didn't want to deal with it. You talk about people that they tell you what they play. And then when you hear them play, you're like, oh, you play like that. Not happening. Not happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of politics that go into being in a band because you got to, you're sitting there playing, and how much time do I want to spend, jamming with these
to
guys?
Me, it's also just about the way some people play. They play that fits your style of what you envision a band to sound like,
right?
Or it's going to be a lot of work and babysitting, and I did not want to get involved in that. And in fact, there was a guy who was from Boston that played bass, and I reached out to him and I said, "You got to be my bass player. I don't want to deal with people." So he ended up being my bass player, and until we ended up replacing him when he took off to go get married. But we ended up finding a great guy. But it really is a lot of, and we auditioned a lot of bass players in between bass players. We auditioned the guy that played with Yngwie's bass player, who was a super nice kid. Super nice kid, but just wasn't the right fit.
He's which incarnation of Yngwie? I
know
know.
His name's like Bjorn.
Yeah, I think he's playing for 38 Special now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. When I went to go see him, I got to look that up.
Let me get Joe in here. All right, now Joe's in here. Look at this. I'm moving us all around.
Weird sized boxes.
Yeah, it was just something I'm messing with. They sent me an email today saying you can mess around with the boxes, so I did.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. So anyways, he was good. We also had the bass player for Prong. Hold on, here's Jerry. Now we're somewhere. Now let me get this off Joe's face, and we're good. We're good. Look at this. Thanks, Hannah Baum. So anyway, we had the guy from Prong came and auditioned. Again, great bass player. Just wasn't the right guy. He was we were looking for, it was so weird. We were looking for just the right, I don't know what it was. In fact, the guy Bjorn, I had a beer with him at one point in Malibu at the not the Malibu Inn. I forget what bar we were at. And I ran into him and he was like, "Hey, you're the Big Angry." And I said, "Well, a couple of people used to call me that. Ray Luzier used to call me that." And he called me it. So he was like, "You're the Big Angry." I said, "Yeah." He goes, "I got to tell you, that was like one of the hardest auditions I ever did."
What's the name of the bass player in Prong? What's that guy's name?
Was it Billy?
I jammed with that dude. I was at a house party in Phoenix.
Was his name Billy?
And the guy had all his band gear set up. And so we were just improvising, playing music at a party. And the bass player from Prong's like, "Dude, I'm the bass player in Prong. Let's jam. But I don't want to play bass. I'll play drums." And I'm like, that's cool. Because this was like probably in the late 80s, I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
And, hey, Dave. Bjorn England.
Bjorn England, exactly. Yeah, great guy. We had a bunch of laughs. Like when I see him around, when I used to see him around in LA, we always hung out and talked. Super nice guy, but just much more of a straightforward bass player than I was looking for. And then the guy from Prong, and I think his name was Billy. I think. Again, he just came in for one audition. I don't even know who set that one up. We had a bunch of guys come in, and then we ended up going to a bar. Go back to was that the end of your Prong story?
Yeah, basically we played a house party and he decided he wanted to play drums, and we improvised stuff and played some really weak Metallica stuff. And yeah, it was a good party.
So we went to go see the Iron Maidens at Palladino's. And so like we went, it was me, my drummer, was it my drummer and my manager at the time? Well, and so the three of us went, and there was a band on before. It was the band, like the warm-up band, you know, the band that played before the Iron Maidens. And they were interesting. I mean, I didn't like the song so much, but I sat down and I was there for 5 minutes, and I said, "We got to talk to this bass player. This guy's already got the audition. This guy already passed the audition. He plays the way I want him to play. I could already tell." And so we talked with him. No, it wasn't with the drummer. It was just me, the manager, and the singer. And anyway, so he ended up joining the band, and he was perfect, just like I thought. Like, he was flawless. He just had a style that I was looking for. And it's always nice to see that, you know. I always tell people when they try to hire me for sessions, I'm always like, you sure you can't find the right guy for that? Because that's not what I do. You know what I mean? Like, if they're like, oh, I had a buddy of mine call me for a session. He wanted it to be like a U2 session. He was like, I'm looking for some heavy. I'm like, oh, that's not me. I'm not the guy to do that. I could do it, and I'll be there for 3 or 4 hours. But you can get the right guy to come in, bang it out, and leave. And so I prayed that's what would happen. And that's what happened. He ended up calling me the next day and said, "Dude, already done. Got a guy." I'm like, "Thank God." And he was thanking me up and down. He goes, "You're right. Find the guy that does it. It's just easy." Mm-hmm. You know, that's not what I do. It's like, you don't get if you need metal shred, you know, you're not going to sit there and bring in a jazzer to come in and do it. You're going to waste a lot of time and a lot of people's patience. So I tend to stay away from that whole thing. So, and there's a lot of stuff that I do, but I do understand when something's just not my wheelhouse, you know. What do we got here, Jerry? What are we showing? Hold on, guys. I'm going to blow. You look like
another area of the basement.
In the kitchen, and
what was the woman's name on The Price is Right that used to show all the?
Vanna White on.
No. Price is Right. She was
Holly?
a famous. Somebody put it in the chat.
Different one from Price is Right.
No, but there was one main one.
Diane.
I'll look it up.
Bob Barker would know.
Yeah.
Bob Barker knows her inside and out.
Oh, hold on. Let me get that. Let me get rid of that for a second. Put that back up. All right. So we got here
Diane Parkinson.
Okay. I guess.
Dave.
Yeah,
Janice
there you go.
Pennington, Diane Parkinson, and Holly Hallstrom were the original.
Looks good.
I've bought it a couple times. The paint's like 40 days old.
Yeah.
So
what gauge strings are I'm joking. Hey now.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you guys discuss that yet?
Wait, why is the saddle with no strings pulled up?
It's just pinned on with one screw.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's just just mocked up.
Gotcha.
But this shit holds the shine pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good.
It look good. Yeah. And all right, any event. And then I got an assembly.
Hold on, you froze. Hold on, let me pull it back up. I was trying to see.
It's really nothing. It's a Robert Cray. So
okay.
$160 shipped to the house. And it's like custom shop pickups, real pots, and what have you.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. So I'm going to use that as the guts for this thing, you know.
Wait, so you're using a white pick guard?
I'm gonna swap that.
Did you run that by Joe first? Because Joe, you don't like that, do you?
What?
I'm kidding, Joe.
No, but let me just say. Meanwhile, the next morning, Robert Cray woke up, got out of bed, went to grab his guitar, and the fucking pick guard. He's like, what? Right?
He's like, where's my pick guard? And the housekeeper's like, I don't know. It was the weirdest thing. It just
right? Shit.
Maybe if you paid me a little bit more, I wouldn't have to fucking hawk your shit on eBay.
Yeah, now he has to play bass for
hold on. We got a neck. Somebody has a 1967 neck I want to see.
Who's that?
Zim.
Ooh. Oh, yeah?
How'd you hear about that?
A little bird told me.
So this clear is months old now.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean,
everything's ready to go together. I just need a minute to do it. So maybe next week. Maybe I'll show you guys.
Why don't you put it together live on the show?
No, it'd be incredibly boring. Incredibly.
Have you seen the show?
Yeah, I know, Dave. I know you can narrate my assembly work. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, you can do it while we're doing the lists.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, I do want to
hold on. What's the story with the string gauge? Was that discussed last week? Or what?
Yeah, I say it doesn't. It doesn't. Well, did you watch the? Well, what I was saying was whatever's comfortable for you, whatever you want to play.
I play
What's
11s. I have for 20 years.
Right, but I'm saying if you're comfortable with 11s,
I'm going to tell you why. Tuning stability, bigger tone.
Not bigger tone.
Yeah. I'm here to.
Yeah, your tone's bigger than Billy Gibbons. Give me a fucking break.
Also, just longevity of the string. Because I shredded strings when I was playing 10s, and they just, snapping A strings and
yeah. Stop using a piece of glass as your pick. But let me just tell you, the string tone, the argument we're not going to have. You're going to lose that argument all day. Jimmy Page, Billy Gibbons, huge tone, 8s and 7s. Doesn't matter. String gauge doesn't matter. Can you play? Can you bend your strings? My whole point of string gauge is there's no argument about tone. Play what's comfortable. If you're comfortable playing it, that's what makes it your string gauge. Mm-hmm. That's like if you want it stiffer feel, play 11s.
Exactly.
You want a looser, you want to feel like you're playing fucking rubber bands that are loose, play 7s. I don't like playing that. I mean, I like 9s and I like 9 to 46. I like 9 to 42.
I like 10s.
I like 10s. I like whatever.
I started to send you an email last week or a message on Facebook, but I was so knocked out. I didn't, I forgot, but I had gotten this email. They make a set of strings, this company, that's a 9.25 to 46.
Oh, really? Yeah, because the Dario does 9.5. They do 9.5.
Yeah.
But I mean, this company, you could order a custom gauge set for your own. That's
what's the numbers on that, Dane?
Oh, here we go. What is? Oh, let me get Zim
What's
up there.
that?
Zim, let's see what you got.
9.5, 12, 16, 24, 34, 44. Hike.
Yeah, that's the in-between gauge between 9s and 10s. What? Let me see that again. Hold on. Let me see one more thing. What's the G string?
16.
So they use the G string of a 9. It's weird. They use the G string of a 9, but the B string of a 10 set. Right? They only half gauge the top. Pretty strange. Turbo Slinky. Let's see what this is.
Okay.
9.5 to 46. So that is, and again,
that's like a modern
9.5, 12, 16, 26, 36, 40.
Well, 26, 36, 46 is the 10 gauge D string, and the 12 is the 10 gauge B string, but the 16 is a 9 gauge G string. I wonder why they're using 16 on the G. Watch, do you have a set of 10s?
Just stock 10s.
Yeah, see? The 17 is the G string. Oh, and it's a 13. So they're even using... why are they using a 13? Isn't it 911? Interesting. Maybe I'm thinking of the Dario gauge.
No, I think you're right, Dave. It's 911.
Yeah, okay.
What's he got? Yeah.
Oh, there it is, 911.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 16.
So the 9 gauge.
So they just beef up the top slightly, and they do that 9.5.
Yeah, but they're using a G string. Yeah, they just use as 10 to 52. That's a nice gauge string. I like that gauge if you're going to use like...
I like my ladies like that.
If you're going to do drop D and E flat.
Heavy bottom.
Well, orange?
Heavy bottom, baby. Bring it.
Did they make a set that's between 10 and 11, though?
What's that?
Did they make a set between 10 and 11? Oh, look at
yeah,
that.
The one he just showed, the medium top, heavy bottom.
Oh, look at that. 13 and a half, 17
now,
and a
that's
half.
what I'm talking about.
That's some real cork sniffer shit right there.
Mega slinky.
10.5.
Yeah, so that's...
Oh, I got to get
fucking 11s aren't that much heavier.
Hey, dude. Janice Lala's here, everybody. Jonathan McCulloch. Hey, everyone. Great show, Dave. They should send us. That's funny. Ed used 9 to 40s. Yeah, I think so. Like I said, I like 9 to 42 or 9 to 46, just depending. I do like the heavier bottoms on my tellies. Like I like the stiffer strings. What's that? 11 to 48. That's weird. So Ernie Ball does 11 to 48, where D'Addario does 11 to 49.
Right.
I like to have to tell you that 18 is a plain string, not a wound string. They use the P there. Hold on, let me see what he's got here. And here's the W for the wound.
That's wound.
I have that
That'd
on
be
my
cool on a Les Paul for me. That one.
I have that set on my Schecter that's down the C standard.
So Johnny Kramer is saying that Page used the banjo string. Yes, so back in the day, before they had light gauge strings, Jimmy Page would string his guitar with a set of 11s, except he would start the 11 on the B string and go only up to the 5th string as the 6th string. He'd throw the 6th string away, and then he would use a banjo string, which was an 8, for the high E string. And I believe Ernie Ball was the first one who made a set for him, which is why I think he's still with Ernie Ball. But Ernie Ball made the set and called them Slinkies, because he was the first one who made packaged strings. You know, before it was like everything was heavy and then you could buy them individually. But I believe that's part of the story there. Don't
James
quote
Burton.
me. You can paraphrase me, but don't quote me.
Burton too.
James Burton did that.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys back in the early days, because they didn't have light strings. But
And he was a twanger.
oh, play it, James. I love James Burton.
Well, didn't he write the Suzy Q riff? Wasn't that him?
I believe
Could have
so.
I know he played guitar for Dale Hawkins, right?
Yeah.
And he played for Everly Brothers.
He played for Ricky Nelson.
Right.
And he
then
played
he
for
had
Elvis.
I meant to say Ricky Nelson. Not
I thought so.
Yeah, but I think he played with Dale Hawkins prior. But in any event, he did that too. He did his own kind of strings.
Yeah. Personally, I'm a D'Addario guy. I've always liked their strings. And the only time I ever put Ernie Ball on my guitar, somebody sold me a set at the downtown rehearsal in Los Angeles. And my band was doing a gig at the Whiskey. And we were going to go to the Rainbow Room and eat first. And I said, as soon as I played my guitar with the Ernie Balls, I said, guys, I'll be about 10 minutes behind you. I got to run and get I got to run and get the D'Addario's. I got to take these off. I couldn't play with it. Yeah, they just sounded, they just didn't sound right for me. I don't know what it was. They sounded dull. So
I used to use Ernie Balls and I broke strings. And then as soon as I switched to the Dario, like 25 years ago, never broke a string.
Well, you know, the thing is also, I say that about Ernie Balls, and then I'll see somebody play, and I'm like, that sounds awesome. What kind of strings do you use? Ernie Balls. So it's all about, can I tell the difference when somebody else is playing it? No, they could be playing with barbed wire. I wouldn't have a fucking idea. But when I play it, there's something about the response that I like of the D'Addario strings. And in fact, I mean, there were some other strings. Elgin used to make great strings, who was Gibson's manufacturer, but they closed that factory in like 2008 or 9, so they don't make strings anymore. But and it's funny too. I've played guys who have 11s, and Jerry, I've played your guitars. And guys who play 11s, when they set up their guitar right, it never feels like 11s. It never feels like heavy. Because I remember I played guys who played with 11s, and I was like, what the hell is this? Is like, it's like cables on here. But
mine sings and rings. It's good.
Yeah, yours plays and bends easy. My point that I was making was that I had somebody come over here. They would with a lesson, and they were struggling with the bends and couldn't bend and do simple bends in tune. And they were reaching for the note and they're like, I'm not there. I'm like, well, have you not done? And like, I don't really bend like this. And I said, try pick up my guitar and do it. And then he played my guitar and he could do it easily. Now I picked up his guitar and I could do it easily. But I feel like he was struggling with 10s. He should have been playing 9s. There's no reason. And I said to him, look, you're not going to hear a tone difference. What comes out of your amp's going to be the same, but you're going to feel more comfortable. And being comfortable with what string is under your finger is all that matters. Because it would be like if Stevie Ray Vaughan came on here and said to Jerry, you use 11s? That's wimpy. I use 13s. Who cares? It's not a pissing contest. You know what I mean? It's like, whatever. He used 11s mainly most of the time. I think he used 13s on one of his drop tune guitars. But high E strings always break. Was thinking bullets would cure the problem. So here's the deal.
Stevie Ray Vaughan had that playing style where he wanted to fight the guitar and be very aggressive. That's what gave him.
But he used 11s on his main guitar.
Yeah.
It was one of the guitars
he
he
used.
used.
He didn't want to just la 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 la, you know.
But you know what, though? That's like, did you guys ever hear the saying where someone's like, I like playing Strats better than Gibsons because I have to fight it? Richie Blackmore said it. Uli Roth said it. And if you know your history, it's because Jimi Hendrix said it. And whatever Hendrix said, those guys would come out a couple of years later and hope everyone forgot. And they're like, I'm saying it. It's like, yeah, buddy, we know Hendrix said the same thing. So I believe that Fender still makes the bullets. I don't think that Fender manufactures its own strings. We're not here to out any brands, but I do know that Fender still makes the bullets and sends it to them. But I just don't think that. And I love those strings. Fender, whoever's making Fender strings, and I don't know who it is, but they make a phenomenal string. Same with Gibson. I don't know who makes Gibson strings, but they're fucking great.
Care of Dave Levine, Canton, Massachusetts.
What do you got this then?
Those are Fender 10s. Let me take a look here. Hold on. I gotta let me just put this up. Hold on.
You got the logos
on
there,
it, dude.
Oh, they're the bullets. There they are. Yeah, hold on.
Oh, they still exist. 10 to 46.
Oh, yeah, I told you they exist because they manufacture the bullets and send them to whoever it is that's making that string. Now, let me see the packaging for that string. That packaging looks really familiar. So if you opened it up, what is that? A bag in there? Like a bag of strings? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know who makes that, but that's really interesting.
What is bullet end?
Oh, you never seen a bullet? They look like almost like a 22 casing.
But why that shape? What's the point?
It was for
it's soldered. It's soldered, and it's more tuning stability. They said. Instead of being wrapped around
all ends less likely to unravel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricky, I'm trying to be
I think it's all bullshit.
Ironic.
You know, to Dave's
What's that?
point. The fucking bullet end, it's fucking bullshit.
Because it's
bullet shit.
In the
exactly. Thank you.
In the back of the bridge, it kind of seats up in there really nice instead of having that ball end that's in there. Kind of could be, this or that.
Once it's tuned to pitch, that motherfucking.
I'd love somebody to tell me. I'd like somebody to argue the point that the bullets are superior, and then show me on a Floyd Rose.
Dave, just give me a second. And I think what it does, it chimes in with the bullet truss rod adjustment. And I don't know when those strings were introduced to the marketplace, but I got a funny feeling it probably happened all at the same time, maybe 1969, 70, somewhere in that time frame.
Well, the bullet truss rod came out in 71. So I would imagine around that time.
The marketplace in a similar type.
I would imagine early 70s. I would agree.
So I think that's what it's really all about.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the product association.
But they must sell a fuck ton of them still because Dane's selling them still,
Yeah.
And
Dane gets old guys.
In all the guitars that I restring in probably the last 3 months, I've taken 2 packs off where I restring in a guitar and I pull the old strings out and they're Fender bullets. I'm like, wow, Fender bullets.
Yeah, Artemis has the point. The bullets were actually meant to seat in that exact, in the tremolo to the exact where it's not a ball.
Yeah.
Just holding it in place. It's like a bullet in a chamber.
And I've noticed that.
Not that it's going to matter about
I think they do seat in there really well because you have to take an E string or something to jab it through the top to get it to loosen up so you can pull it out.
They suck.
It happens to me all the time too, though, with
Fucking pain in
regular
the ass.
strings.
Right, but those bullets, I've noticed they really seat nicely. Where I take a little skinny little Allen wrench and I jab it through the top to break them loose so that you can pull the old strings out.
What a
Yeah.
pain in the ass, man. What do you get for a pack of them?
$6.99 or something.
Oh, so the same as Ernie Balls.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So they're
I
not
sell my Ernie balls for $5.99.
nice.
Just
Cool.
just to be.
Now, are those
Less
Fender
than
strings
$5.
do they say made in USA on them? I'm kidding. Don't look. I know it. I know that.
I get them from my Fender rep.
Things. I'm just
I
busting
mean, you
balls.
can go on Wish or wherever and order strings from China, but I get those from my Fender dealer. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have a Fender? You have a Fender dealer, or you don't go through a jobber?
no, I have a Fender accessories. I have the Fender. I'm an accessories dealer, so I can get the.
Okay,
picks
so let me
and
ask you this question: What
springs
about? Do you deal with who's handling command now? KMC. Who do you deal with them at all?
Yeah.
Okay, because
the David Enhancer guys or whatever it
right,
is.
Davitt Enhancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do deal with job. Well, yeah. So you deal with jobbers too.
Yeah.
You're not buying direct from Ernie Ball, are you? Or are you using
I
jobbers
am.
for that?
I go direct to Ernie Ball.
What about the Dario?
No, I have to go
Use
to
a jobber
or someplace to get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ernie
Yeah.
Ball is the only string. Ernie Ball and Fender are the only, but nobody comes in here and says, "Hey, man, I want a pack of Fender strings." This never happened. Nobody asks for
because
Fender
the guys
strings.
who wanted all those strings back in those days are all dead. Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
Dave,
you, I'm here
let me
all-
ask you a question really quick. Are you able to see a message on Facebook if I send something to you?
Yeah, you'll hear Dean Wormer as soon as
All right,
you
hold
send it
on.
to
Give
me.
me a second, because I don't know if you wanted me to say this online.
0.0.
Okay, give me a minute.
Hugh Caldwell, welcome. So
Hey,
yeah.
Hugh.
But there's a lot of good string manufacturers. I do want to say, I mean, I'm not a big fan of DR strings. I think Dean Markley, and this is me being honest, out of the set, brand new set of Dean Markley strings sound the best of any string. Unfortunately, a day later they sound the worst of any string, so they're not good. but day one they're the best. GHS makes it a decent. You know what? GHS is like a middle of the road string. I don't love them. They're okay. They don't bother me as much as Ernie Ball, but I didn't hear it. So let me see if did I turn that off? No. Cigar Page sent me something.
Every 5 seconds.
Oh, that's right.
That damn monkey.
I can't smoke a cigar out my garage without Cigar Page knocking on my fucking door 20 times. Here's Joe.
Yeah, that was. Just read it. Weird. Well, I know it wasn't me.
Oh, yeah. You know what? But I knew that happened, but I thought that was just out of the chat. I wish I knew who did it.
Johnny, probably.
Johnny Kramer, did you block Snowball off my channel? Did anyone block Snowball? Jay?
I didn't.
Or maybe it was you, Joe.
Why would I block him?
I think, was I doing a live thing and I don't remember.
Is he the one that was opening his mouth during that live time like a month or two ago?
I think so. I think it was Joe.
Oh shit! I thought it was Johnny. Sorry, Johnny.
Oh, that's fucking.
Because I know
gold.
Johnny was arguing with somebody at one point, but I only did a timeout on that one thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was just a timeout.
Yeah, that's well, how do I undo it?
Yeah, I don't know. I would have to see him. Maybe I have to go tell him I'll have to do it. I can't do it right this second though.
Oh shit.
Yeah, see, Hannah Baum remembers a Saturday live show. I live in Michigan. Yeah, And like I said, GHS, I'm not a big fan. It doesn't mean anything. It just means what you like, because I'm not going to sit here and talk about, this is what I wanted to talk about a little bit. It's the reason why music sucks and nobody's coming out with decent music is because everyone is so up in their ass about, like, I got to get this piece of gear. I got to get this piece of gear. You want to, here's this amp, here's this amp. It's like, guys, whatever amp you want to play it. Get out there and gig. Play. Don't, some other piece of gear is not going to ring your bell. Jerry has a really nice Canadian-made rubber doll. No, he has the amp, the 4010, I believe it is.
Yes.
So he's got a Marshall. He's got a Marshall 4010, which is a Marshall JCM 800 2204 in a combo 1x12. It's a fucking great amp.
Oh, fantastic.
But if he didn't have that amp, sometimes Jerry takes out, what's the other amp you take out?
Oh, my Laney.
He takes out a Laney. It still sounds good. It sounds like Jerry Wherever sell your clone and buy a bad monkey. I wouldn't buy a bad monkey because I just don't give a shit. But there's a million pedals that sound like it. It's a million of them.
Knockoff, the Electro Harmonics, the Soul Food.
Yeah, Soul Food.
That's what I run through my amp. Pesa.
Yeah. It's a clone.
Oh, it's perfect with that circuit.
It's a clone.
But you could clone the aforementioned 4010, and I would run that. And I've played through Crate XLs and fucking Ampeg solid state bullshit amps, and I'm like, it always sounds like me. I can make.
I played for 5 years of my first 5 years of playing electric with a PV Bandit, and then I ended up getting a dual rectifier. I saved up my money. I'm like, I'm going to buy a dual rectifier, so I got one. It didn't change the world for me. It was funner because I'm bringing out a 4x12 and the thing looks like a monster.
Fucking bomb.
And at that point, you have another problem. Now you have to learn to tame the monster.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of big difference when you're playing a 4x12 behind you, when you're playing a fucking Fender.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I posted an amp on Facebook yesterday or today. It was from Rick Hayes. You guys remember when Rick Hayes came on the show, Krell, the guy from Vintage Sound Amps?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
His Princetons, to me, I think, are some of the best Princetons. But a Princeton, when you think about a Princeton, people don't realize a Princeton was a student model amp when Fender made it. Hence the college names. The Princeton,
like the
Harvard.
Yeah.
They were student model amps. They weren't like in the same echelon as the deluxe reverb.
Or the professional. Dual professional.
Right, but I'll take the fucking Princeton over the deluxe.
Yeah. All them little lunchbox amps sound the best. The Champ. Hey, Dave, speaking of amps, I saw
Donald Cummings. Thank you. Wheat Project, Carvin Nomad Tube Amp. So I had a friend of mine, and Jerry knows him. What's up, Jerry?
I saw Casey.
Oh.
He fixed an amp for me.
Nice. How's he doing? How's he looking?
He looks good.
Yeah, I got to swing by his house. I meant to go over this week. I'll go next week.
He's doing all types of projects, so.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He went to the Jam. But
that's all.
So you remember do you remember Doody?
Of course.
Okay, so Doody had a gig.
He's been around lately too.
I've seen he's been posting, he's back out. So Doody had a gig, and he went out there with a Carvin, and I don't remember what it was, a 1x12. It was one of the worst sounding amps I ever heard in my life. And I'm at this gig, and I said to somebody, why the fuck is his sound so terrible? And someone's like, it's a Carvin. I'm like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Doody asked me if I could go up and play with him. So I said, if you let me tweak your amp, I'll play. He goes, come on, do whatever you got to do. So I sat there and I re-EQ'd. Thing was sounding fantastic. Afterwards, he was looking at me. He was like, hey, whatever you did, thanks.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a great amp. I don't know what the hell you're out there playing. Like you sound like you're in the fucking Calypso with Jack Cousteau. Hi, Calypso, the king
Underwater.
of yada yada.
They all got potential.
So, I want to talk about a movie I watched the other day, gentlemen. Have you guys seen the movie Megan?
Yeah.
Megan.
Yeah.
Nope.
I loved it.
Fucking gold.
I loved it.
Is that the
Gold.
doll?
Yeah.
I loved it. And then I made Michael's nurse watch it, and she loved it.
From the first bit, from the opening commercial where they're doing the perfectly pets and the thing shits itself, I was like, this is gold. I'm going to love this. Oh, it was so ridiculous. The girl was great. Whoever played Megan, she was great. Really, they had Angry Monkey, the Mad Monkey guitar pedal. It's a 3. It's M3GAN.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something third generation Andro something.
Oh
yeah.
God, it's a robot movie.
Oh yeah, it's a doll.
It's basically Terminator and Chucky all put together.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
talking Tina.
Yeah.
I'm talking Tina, and I don't like you.
I love when the woman's like, when the doll sneaks up behind the woman and goes, "You made her cry." She goes, "I didn't mean to," and yet she's crying.
It's not gonna be good for you.
When she goes, and yet she's crying, I was like, what a
What
fucking
about when she
bitch.
got a hold of
Love
that
this
little
doll.
bastard's ear?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
Bad boys become bad men. Oh, it was great.
I haven't have you watched the unrated version yet?
No.
I think I'm going to do that tonight because now you got me all worked up.
It was I thought it was thoroughly enjoyable. It really was. It was my kind of movie. It was like a horror. At the same time, it was a lot of laughs. Where do I sit on AI technology? I don't really care. I don't know.
I see the dangers of it.
I see, every day there's proof that we live in a simulation. So who knows if we are or we're not. I don't know. There's other things in my life that I worry about more than about AI. It's just not something I think about other than watching silly movies. I watched the Y-Files where he talked about, you guys familiar with the term, when AI stuff looks too real and they call it something Valley. What do they call it?
I thought it was a deep fake.
No, it's something Valley. They call it like, but it makes people uneasy when they see certain things. I watched that video on. I'm like, I don't get it. I don't feel uneasy around it. But
I watched that Tesla video.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that was probably.
Yeah, that was fucking great.
I will say this. Maybe I missed something, but I mean, like all his points are valid, except that with the limestone that they use for the outside of the pyramid haven't been transported, stuff. How do they know that there was limestone on the outside of the pyramid all those years ago? Because I don't think it's there now.
There's residue.
And I didn't see him reference, with that. He said that
Thank you, Pickles. It's called Uncanny Valley.
Limestone as an insulator. And I just don't know where he got that from because.
Oh, the archaeologist. First of all, there's an archaeologist from BU who came out with that in the 1990s, early like 91. Said that it was another civilization that built it, and there was no way that those things are less than 12,000 years old.
No, I'm just saying. It's like, how did they come to the conclusion that they were coated in limestone? I know they said that they had to transport it this far of a way.
They might have found it somewhere on it, or
yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they didn't really cover that. They kind of glossed over that.
Yeah,
but I mean, everything else was.
Yeah, I mean.
Let me get my tin hat.
Heckle.
Oh yeah, he had a line the other night where he said something, and he goes, "Well, let Jackie Treehorn do it," and then he goes, "Lebowski reference, your audience will get it." Hecklefish is great. It's a great channel, everybody. The Y-Files.
Yeah. Hecklefish is my spirit animal.
Oh, it's great.
Did you see that episode yet we were talking about where Hecklefish busts off into Blondie's Rapture?
The Rapture, and he starts,
And it don't stop. Stop! Oh.
Elroy's answering you,
I think there's 2 episodes I have to catch up on.
All right, guys. So I had a couple of list ideas, and I sent them out to you, and I don't know how familiar you are with them, but we're going to go right down our list here. So it came to me when I was in the gym because I was listening. I heard a couple of songs by the Police, and I'm like, this band was really fucking fantastic. For what they did, the Police was awesome. And then I was like, they had 5 records. I'm curious where you guys put them in order. So what do you think the Police, the first, so let me just say the name of the album so we all know. There's Outlandos d'Amour.
That was the first one. With
Regatta de
Roxanne.
Blanc.
Wow.
Okay.
Right, Regatta de Blanc.
With Message in a Bottle.
Zenyatta Mandata, Walking on the Moon. Ghost in the Machine, and then Synchronicity. What is their worst album?
I'd say Zenyatta. I don't don't stand so close. I don't like the do die. I like Walking on the Moon though.
Okay, Jerry, what do you say?
Well, Synchronicity's got Every Breath You Take.
Yeah.
It's got Synchronicity, which is a shit tune. And what else is on that?
Wait, Synchronicity 1 and 2 are both good songs.
Yeah.
I think, by the way, every song on Synchronicity is great.
That's my favorite.
I always go back to, I like the band when if I like a band, I like them early.
King of Pain.
I just want to know what the 5th worst album is. What's their worst album? Going worst to best. What's their worst album?
And then what was on Ghost? Ghost in the Machine.
Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, Spirits in the Material World.
All right, the last album that I'm going to go.
You say Synchronicity.
I'm going to swap 2 for 1. I'm going to give you my whole layout right here.
All
I
right.
love Regatta, the blue one, with Message in a Bottle.
Okay, is that the blue one?
Yeah, it's blue, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Anyhow, that's
I
my
think you got them in
favorite.
different colors.
And then the first one is yellow, right? And then what was the third one? Zenyatta
Mandata.
And what's on that?
Kippo Dada. Don't Stand So Close to Me. What the do Walking on the Moon.
I don't think any of their albums suck, Cheech. I'm just saying put them in order.
All right, that's my layout. Yep. So,
all right.
really
Joe,
like
where
that
are you
thing.
on this?
I put Synchronicity as my favorite. I don't really know. It's been so long since I listened to them in album format to remember which is on which album and what order I would put them in.
All right. What about you then, Zim?
I'm going to have to say I like the oldest ones the best.
Okay.
Up to Synchronicity. So Synchronicity and then backwards is how I like them. So their first album is the one that I like best.
So I think Synchronicity is the worst album as well.
When I was a little
I think
kid
every
and that
song on
came
it's
out.
great.
When I was a little kid and that came out, I went into a Walmart style of big old department store and I peeled a sticker off a record that said on sale for like $3.99, a big round sticker, and I peeled it off a different album and I stuck it on that first Police album. And it's
so you're the one. All right, we got him.
He sold it to me for $3.99. I was like, score!
Nice.
All right.
Yeah,
I think Synchronicity is the number 5. So far, we have everyone's except for me and Krell. Krell, what do you put it for?
Synchronicity. They look.
No, you said 5.
Like there's some gungs on it, but it's a very.
Oh, you said Zenyatta.
I said Zenyatta Mandata was 5.
Okay, so number 4, you say
good songs on that. Synchronicity.
But number 4, so you say the worst is Zenyatta. Number 4 is Synchronicity. Yeah. I say Synchronicity is the worst. Number 4 is Zenyatta. What's your 3?
My 3 is the first one.
My 3 is Regatta. What is your 2?
Yep. Ghost in the Machine.
Mine's Outlandos d'Amour. And what's your number 1?
Regatta's.
And my number 1's Ghost in the Machine.
I almost put Ghost in the Machine number 1.
Real quickly for Hugh, he wants us to put the Sex Pistols albums in order. What's their best to worst? It's going to be Nevermind the Bollocks. All right. So, Van Halen. The much disputed Van Halen catalog. The first 6 albums with David Lee Roth. What's the worst one?
Roth did 7 albums.
Diver Down.
Forget
Diver
about
Down.
a Truth. That Truth album I don't count.
Diver
6
Down.
albums in a row. What's the worst album of the 6?
Let me see.
Diver Down.
I agree with Krellbar that it's Diver Down. Although, and just to say how good an album it is, The Full Bug, Secrets, Hang 'em High, Cathedral.
Good songs on it. Yeah.
Great songs on it. I think that's the worst album, though.
Mm-hmm.
And not by much. It's neck and neck with 1984, in my opinion.
Yeah. I've got 1984 as the next one. Can't stand Panama. Can't stand Jump. Never like Jump. Never like Panama.
But Drop Dead Legs is fantastic. Top Jimmy's fantastic. Girl
I'll
Gone
Wait.
Bad is
I'll
fantastic.
Wait.
House of Pain stinks. I'll Wait is fantastic.
My problem with the Roth Van Halen stuff is that I've heard it so many times. None of it is new and exciting and fresh sounding anymore.
You know
That's
what?
why
I'll buy-
sometimes I will put on Diver Down because that's the one that I've heard the last. And it's like, oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. And so,
Dancing
I'm
in the
just
streets
gonna-
where
we're just-
times.
that was fun.
We're just doing the first 5 for Van Halen.
First
Yep.
6
6.
up to 1984.
For the least liked,
Yeah.
for me, let me see. I want to take a look at one more.
All right, Gabe, what's on 5150 and or OU812?
Say, hey,
We're
guys.
not including those.
Sammy.
Hang
We're
on.
not including. We're not doing it.
Oh, no, that's
it's
not in
Sammy.
this consideration. Okay.
The first
No.
6 albums.
So it's up to
First 6.
84?
Yeah.
For me, the 6th one would be Fair Warning.
Oh,
Wow.
I was never a fan of that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I
got
like
Mean
it,
Streets
but I
on
don't
though, right?
love it like I love the other ones.
That's got
Yeah,
Mean
Fair
Wow.
Warning was all originals. There were no like fun cover tunes that they did on Fair Warning, and that One Foot in the Door and that computer or that
Yeah, that's
song
that,
is
and
Yeah,
you nailed it.
kind of weird.
It was missing
Fair
that
Warning's this
lighthearted
best
kind of
album.
that's
It wasn't lighthearted.
Yeah, that's what it was. For me, Van Halen was like the video.
That's what I
the
liked about it.
lighthearted-
There was no covers, and it
Yeah.
wasn't wacky and zany like they usually were. That's what I like about it.
See, that's what I didn't like about it.
It wasn't
I'll
much
accept
of a
any
party.
argument for that as being 1 or 2. Number 6, that's a shock. I like it that you say it because it's your opinion, but that's crazy to me.
Yeah, even
But
when,
okay.
even when I used to like sit on the bed with all 5, every chunk of CD, that was the one I would get to last. I would get to it. I listened to it all the time, but as far as, and I'm not saying it sucks, but personally, if I'm putting them in order, that's where I'm putting 6.
Wow. Okay, what are we putting for number 5?
Well, I got 1984.
Yeah, me too. Even though I love it, and I was in high school when it came out, it's great, but it's not that early Van Halen fucking
All
lick.
day for me,
Yeah.
1984.
And the song "I'll Wait" kind of bugs me. The
Yeah.
keyboard song
I love
"I'll
that.
Wait."
I'll
Yeah,
Wait
that's
was
pretty much-
co-written with Michael McDonald.
Yeah, Michael McDonald came up with that, but that one's kind of annoying to me. I'm not much into that soon. Cool guitar solo.
I like that solo.
Yeah.
Joe, what
great
do you got?
guitar
Jerry, what do you
solo.
got there for that one?
What 4? Is that number 4 slot or
The number 5 slot. Second to last.
all right? Well, 1984 isn't that what I kind of concur? I guess.
Oh, okay. And Joe?
somebody had said that. That's
Oh,
I'm
Joe
not a
said
big-
84
Yeah, I
also.
said
Yeah. I'm just not a big fan.
All
What I'm
right.
thinking about is
4th
where I'm
album.
going to place. All right, go ahead.
4th
Van
album.
Halen 2. Van Halen 2.
Really?
I don't like You're No Good.
Oh, wait a second. This is going to be number 4?
Yeah.
It kind of feels
Yeah,
like
you're
Van Halen
absolutely
1.
right. Van Halen 2 is next.
It kind of feels
100%.
like Van Halen 1 and Van Halen 2 could have been like a double album because it all feels.
I heard
the
somebody
same.
else say that recently on YouTube, and I don't know who said it, but I think it's absolutely wrong. Because Van Halen 1, you can hear him using the Phase 90 on everything. And his tone is completely different on Van Halen 2. And they're also a more polished band. Like Dance the Night Away is a more polished song than anything on Van Halen 1. Than your Jamie's Crying or all that. I don't think they sound like the same record at all. I don't know who said it. I can't remember what guitar player said it. But I
think
totally
it's because when you hear old live versions of a lot of their old early concerts, they're playing a lot of the music that ended up on Van Halen too. Dead
and
or Alive,
Women and Children.
Somebody Give
Fools.
Me a Doctor. Yeah, that stuff was Van Halen 2 stuff.
All right,
they
so
were
what
playing before the first record even came out.
is everyone in congruence that Van Halen 2? Oh no, it can't be because
4.
other people have.
See, I know for me, I put Van Halen 1 at number 1.
Uh-huh.
But then the other 3 that I have, I can interchange those. On any,
I think, all right, let's just jump to it. Where do you guys put Van Halen 1 in your list?
I put number 1. I got number 1.
You guys are all on fucking crack. It's number 3.
No.
Oh, come on.
No.
Number 3.
I know what your number 1 is, Dave.
All right.
My number 1's Women and Children first, and my number 2 is Fair Warning. 3 is Van Halen 1. 4 is Van Halen 2.
Don't you think, though, that Women and Children First has a couple throwaway songs on there?
Name one. I'll tell you side 1. You tell me a side that Van Halen has that's better. In the Cradle of Rock, everybody.
Big Bad Bill.
Big Bad Bill's on Diver Down, the album you love. Remember?
Big Bad Bill.
That's on the album you love. If I can't,
Right.
Refresh your memory enough.
Women and Children First. Better Women and Children First.
That's you talking about that song?
Yeah,
Could this
that's
be
a throwaway
fantastic?
song, isn't it?
On the night. Oh, I think it's a fantastic song. Eddie's playing that open tuning with the slide. I love that. Hold on. Let me just say this. Let me say this to you, Zim.
Nicolette Larson.
Cradle of Rock. Everybody Wants Some. Fools. Romeo Delight. Tora Tora Loss of Control. Take Your Whiskey Home. Oh, could this be magic in all in a simple rhyme?
Simple rhyme.
Fucking
no, I know.
That record can't be touched.
Excellent album.
All right, so now we got to saying it's excellent.
It's an excellent album, but the Van Halen one was the better.
This whole thing was so I could have you say it was excellent.
all 6 albums are good.
Elaborate.
All 7 albums.
Mother has Engelbert Humperdinck at number 1.
Oh, I love Arnold Dorsey, a.k.a. Jerry Dorsey, a.k.a. Engelbert Humperdinck.
My mother had caught one of his, those satin fucking handkerchiefs. They pat themselves. And she had it in a Ziploc on her dresser for years. She was in love with the man.
I sing you to sleep after the loving. With
the song Everybody Wants Some, Roth didn't even have his lyric content together when they were in the studio. He was making shit up.
You're so concerned with behind the scenes stuff. I just listened to the fucking record. Somebody could tell me he was wearing no pants when he sang it. Why would I
criticize Don Ho's Tiny Bubbles if
you know? Eddie had raging
I don't know how he could
diarrhea when he recorded. Who cares? I'm not hearing it on the record.
The ground sound.
Yeah.
Eddie, David Lee Roth didn't have his lyrics. He never had his lyrics ever. The guy, even at the US festivals, like, I forgot the fucking, everyone's singing his songs. He has no idea.
Fucking words, man.
Unbelievable. Your argument, sir.
It's too hard
in
to make.
This court has been rejected.
It's too hard for me to make that list.
I
Depends
know
on what mood I'm in.
All right, let's look at a band. You guys are familiar with a band called The Cars?
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. I'm going to say something.
I think they're from
to Joe's point, none of those albums suck.
No, they're all great albums.
No, everything's every one of the bands that I'm mentioning, all the albums are actually. Well, maybe The Cars, Heartbeats.
The Cars.
First 2 that had Sammy, I love those as well. They're not as much as David Lee Roth, but I love them too.
You say the first 2, but don't forget the first 3 with Sammy. For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the best.
Pound Cake. Yeah,
He did
Pound
three-
Cake,
How many did they do with Sammy?
4.
Oh,
Balance
well,
was 4.
don't get old, right? There goes your brain.
Right. Steve K says thoughts on the Nuno song. I've never been an Extreme fan, and it's a sad day in music when the internet is running hot talking about the new Extreme song.
It is weird.
You know what I'm saying? Because Extreme was always like the also rans. You know what I mean? It's like you could never have them in a contest of like great bands. Be like, hey, who are you gonna go see? Oh man, fucking Van Halen, Metallica's playing. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, Extreme will also be there. Oh, all right.
But you know what's weird? Because for me, I log into YouTube. I like to watch the guitar videos. It's like Nuno. It's like, what? I was like, what the fuck's going on? Out of nowhere, everyone's got to have a Nuno video.
Yeah, I used to see them in the clubs when they were around here. Used to go see them at the living room.
Were they called The Dream then?
No, they were Extreme. When I saw them, it was with Nuno.
Okay.
Before
Cool.
Nuno wasn't even with them. They had 2 guitar players. I remember on V66 they had the original Mother Don't Want to Go to School.
Nuno is always top shelf.
Oh yeah,
The man's amazing.
That's the era I saw when the other guy was playing guitar, and the Mama, whatever the hell, it's probably 1985.
Nuno's,
and they were the
Nuno
Dream.
smokes the hell out of them.
Yeah, well, be that as it may, but they were doing something, getting airplay, getting
Who's that?
TV. The Dream
Extreme.
or the Extreme. Before
Extreme
Nuno.
Dream.
Yeah,
I mean, Nuno's a fucking awesome guitar player. There's no question.
He's a
Great
beast.
player. Great player. But Gary Sharon, when I hear his voice, I'm like, oh, what else is on the radio?
Unfortunately, Eddie Van Halen didn't think that.
I've never
He
heard
did.
that album.
He got some sense into him.
I have never heard that album.
I've heard a few of the songs, and I'm like,
I bought it and then I sold it. It gathered dust and became part of my cleaning out.
All right, gentlemen, let's discuss real quickly the Cars. Forget, we could just do the first 3 albums because that's all you got to put them in order. Because the 4th album
Shake It Up is at 5.
Shake It Up is going to be number 4. Number 5 is going to be Heartbeat City. There's no way.
I got it swapped.
Shake It Up's much better than Heartbeat City.
Really? Yeah.
Shake It Up had I'm Not the One, Cruiser.
I'm not the one. Yeah,
Since You're Gone.
Like,
Those 3 songs alone.
Since You're Gone,
better than it.
Song. But I didn't
Great
like
song.
Shake It Up though.
Oh, great solo.
And
always.
Oh, it is a great solo in it.
Always.
So what's number 1 for the Cars? Is it Candio, as Hannah Baum says? Is it the first album? Or is it Panorama?
No, it's
now
not
you guys have to know I have an extreme love for Panorama.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's either for me between Panorama or the first album.
Touch and Go.
I think Candio used to be up there for
album.
me.
So that's
First
it for me.
album, so-
That's all I know. It's the fucking part.
Mine just goes in order 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's first. My favorite songs on the first album all mixed up.
Well, for those people in the chat, if you're Cars fan and you're big Candio fans, do me a favor and listen to Panorama. Panorama is a great, unrespected album that really needs to be looked at some more.
And
Touch
then
and Go. Is that what's on Panorama? Is that one of them?
Yeah.
Touch and Go.
It's Touch and Go.
Yeah. That's
Down. You could take it with the Down Boys. Give Me Some Slack was on that album. Just to give me some slack. Bam,
The
bam,
one
bam,
throwaway song on the first album is that "Don't You Stop, Don't You Stop, Don't You Stop."
Oh, but I still think it's good. If that's a throwaway, it's better than everything on fucking Shake It Up.
Don't you mean
But
everything on
Candio? Candio has Shooby Doo.
Dangerous Type?
Dave, you know how I categorize Candio? As modern music for 1979.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got that atonal thing, and
It
Bowie
was great.
doing Scary Monsters, I think, that year. Or maybe
I think Scary Monsters is 80, but yeah, it's right around then.
right. So somebody, so they have
It
that.
has a big booby woman on the cover.
But
I think Panorama is a really good record, though, guys.
Oh yeah,
Really
I
good.
think it didn't
I
get
just, I remember I own it, but I remember Touch and Go. That was strong.
The song Panorama opens the album.
I gotta
Give me some slack. It's my party. Don't tell me no. Don't tell me no.
Video was filmed at Whalen Park.
All right. What about what was the other band I said? Oh, it was just me and Krellbach because nobody would know
We Not
Devo.
Men.
What's the best album they did?
Best out Duty Now for the Future.
All right, so we
And I
agree
think you
that
agree with
Devo's
me
best
on that.
album was 79's Effort. Then what would be next? Is it Are We Not Men or is it Freedom
Nope.
of Choice?
Freedom of Choice.
I'm
Then
going
it's
to
Are
agree
We
with
Not
that.
Men. Then it's Are
You know
We
what's
Not
funny?
Men.
Let me just say this. Are We Not Men is Devo's third best album, and it's fucking flawless. That's how good
Yeah.
Devo was.
Yeah.
It's fucking
And
flawless.
number four is New Traditionalists. Then
Absolutely.
Number 5 was Oh No, it's Devo.
Absolutely. And I think those two records are a lot closer than you might be anticipating. They're actually really both two good records.
Well, I like
Best
That's
three.
Good.
Ooh, Q Caldwell says the best three Blondie albums in order. Well, number one is
geez,
Eat to the
I don't
Beat.
know enough. Yeah, I don't know
Blondie's
enough.
best
to
album
keep
is
track
Eat to the
on it.
Beat by far. I would then say it's probably Parallel Lines and then Plastic Letters, although you still have Blondie's first album to talk about and you've missed Auto American. But if you take your three best, I say it's Eat to the Beat, Parallel Lines, and Plastic Letters. What are your three, Hugh? Buckner and Garcia. What was Buckner and Garcia? Is that Pac-Man Fever?
Yep.
Right? Because Barnes and Barnes was Fish Heads, right?
Fish Heads, Party in My Pants.
Okay, so Buckner and
Keep the
Garcia
Faith.
was Pac-Man Fever. God, can you imagine
What's
what
that,
kind of
Talk to the
fucking
Mentos
country we
stuff?
lived in
Mm.
when Buckner and Garcia had a hit on the radio with Pac-Man Fever? That's how when I was talking to Matt before the show. Matt was here for a little bit, and then he had to go. We were talking about if extraterrestrial life exists or comes in contact. And honestly, if any alien ever visited this planet during the 80s and they heard Pac-Man Fever like over the radio waves, they'd be like, yeah, we're out of here. I thought you said you had to take a piss. Well, I'll piss on Pluto. We're getting the hell out of here. I hear they got a bathroom on Neptune. I got to get the hell out of here. You had that album.
The Not Uranus.
Favorite Zappa record. So, you know what's hard about Frank Zappa stuff is that it's the mood.
All over the map.
But it's whatever mood you're in.
Yeah. Shake Your Booty's good.
I used to cover Shayla in Los Angeles in 98, 99, Hugh. I used to play with this girl, Krista Carson, and we used to go out and gig and do Shayla. So at Zappa, to me, it's like, is it Joe's Garage? Sometimes, but sometimes it's
Just Another Band
Roxy
from
and
LA.
Elsewhere.
Just Another
I like
Band from
Roxy
LA.
and Elsewhere a lot. I like Shake Your Booty a lot. I like what's the
Billy
one with Wind Up
Whistleblower?
Working at a Gas Station? Zoota Lores a lot. And I like the Grand Wazoo. I like what's the apostrophe?
Apostrophe.
So it really just depends on what mood I'm in. I mean, Uncle Remus is easily my favorite song by Zappa, period.
That side one of Apostrophe is perfect.
It's good.
Nana,
It's, the whole Grand
Nana
Wazoo
Fondo's.
album is phenomenal. I mean, the Grand Wazoo is a record you can get lost in. It's a great record. Ronnie James Dio, top three. Now, is it top three Wheat Project, top three Dio of Dio, or any band he was in? I can take a Sabbath, I can take a Rainbow.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that would be rough.
Because if it's top three Dio, it's just
The way they
It
came
goes
out,
in order.
record they-
right?
Yeah, it goes in order.
Valley Girl was
out,
on
that's
Ship
the one.
Arriving Too Late to Save a Drowning Witch.
Holy Diver, Last in Line.
Oh.
Yeah, just the way they came out.
I think that's an underrated album because I love Teenage Prostitute on Ship Arriving Too Late.
You shouldn't
That's
say
a
that online.
great- I love Teenage Prostitutes.
What are you checking your fucking FICO score?
No, somebody sent me a message and it was like an audio, so I was trying to hear it. The Elf years, I like the first Elf record. Dio solo, I mean, come on. I don't think, I think it goes right in order. First three.
Yeah.
Holy Diver, Last in Line, and then Sacred Heart. Is Sacred Heart third?
Yep.
Yeah.
1986, I believe, 85, 86, 85.
You know what song I heard today, guys? And maybe you can, and I said to myself, I said to myself, this verse to this song sucks. This song is all about the chorus. All Night Long by Rainbow. You know All Night Long?
Yeah.
I want to love you all night long. I want to be with you.
That on live sounds.
Okay. Great chorus. But think about those verses. The verses sounds like a Broadway. Hey, it's like he's, you know what I mean? It's like this gay Broadway piece. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Clang, clang, clang with the trolley. Ring, ring.
But it's like
ring
that, you know, it's like,
trolley.
hey girl, I like a star. What's your age? Are you by yourself? It's like, what fucking
sound like
sexy
Geraldine.
fucking-
That's
So
the
like
line.
Geraldine on Flip Wilson.
It's horrible.
That's Graham Bonnet.
It was
Dave.
it was playing in my car, and I'm like, what the fuck am I listening to? I got to be out of my mind. Yeah, Jerry.
What about Elvis Costello? You're talking about
Ooh.
right? 1978. Wasn't that a loose, like a year?
Well,
you were-
78 wasn't his first album. 77
I
was.
know, but everybody
78 was his
talking
best
about-
album. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think Elvis Costello, this year's Models, is best from 78. I think Armed Forces is good, 79. I think Get Happy from 80 is great. I think Punch the Clock is amazing. And the one
Punch the
after
Clock.
Punch the Clock, Goodbye Cruel World, another fan. Those 5 records right there are the tops in order. Well, maybe Goodbye Cruel World might be better than Punch the Clock.
Darkness on the Edge of Town also came out in 78.
Yeah, that's Bruce.
Kind of like a quasi pinnacle year for a lot of people's
Oh,
careers.
huge year. Foreigner Double Vision. That was their second album, which was their best. 78
Stone,
was
Some Girls.
awesome. Awesome.
Arguably a top 3 record for them. Arguably.
I think 78 might also be EL. That might be 77 out of the blue, the double album.
Talking Heads.
Yeah, not a good album from them on that year. 80 was when their first real, which I think was
Speaking in
Remain in
Tongues?
Light.
Is that 80?
Yeah, Speaking in Tongues was. No, I
that
think
later?
78 was. No, Remain in Light is the one.
About buildings and food.
Yeah.
That's 78, but
Yeah, Spike is good. That's on the when he went to Warner Brothers. What
Dire Straits, that's the other one, man. I just remember that.
Hugh Caldwell, what do you like better? Punch the Clock or Goodbye Cruel World? Oh yeah, Look Sharp was good. That was Joe Jackson in 79.
In the Police, yeah.
Now was that what's the Anthrax cover of Joe Jackson? Was that from Look Sharp? Got the Time? Is that on?
No,
Or
it's
is that on I'm the Man?
I
Okay.
think it's on I'm the Man.
Yeah.
Great record.
Great
I'm the
record.
man, I'm the man.
Great, right. Yeah, Dave. Double Vision, Foreigner, 78.
Yeah, 78.
Yeah. Oh,
I
Blues
like
Brothers.
Goodbye Cruel World better too. What is it?
Blues Brothers.
78.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rainbow, Long
Now,
Live
what
Rock
was-
and Roll.
Wait a minute. What did fucking Judas Priest sound like in 78? Stained Class. What did they
Stained
sound
Class was a good record. I mean,
Was it metal or was it?
Oh yeah.
It
Oh
was?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was metal. Their first album in 74, Rock a Roller, I would say is a little sassier. But once they got to 76 with Sin After Sin or Sad Wings of Destiny, I always get which one. I think it's Sin After Sin is the 76 one.
When they
I was wrong. I was wrong. It's on Look Sharp.
when they got
Oh, it is
on
Look
the
Sharp,
bell
that's right.
bottoms and on the leather.
Yeah. There's a discernible.
Yeah, because
change in
it is.
appearance.
It is. You look at that old stuff; it's like very Zeppelin-y. They're all in bell bottoms and shit.
Yeah,
And then they
yeah,
come back with the leather.
Yeah.
There
They
you
went
go.
metal.
You know, though, they have, if you want to argue what's one of the best guitar tones, it's Judas Priest guitar tone on British Steel.
Yes. Well, that's when I got on board with those guys, and it's monster. Fuck.
Those are using
killer.
those
The
22
two of those
threes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Better
Great.
than Steve Howe on Yes's album.
Great players. What? Glenn Tipton, KK Downing.
Yeah, look at you. I didn't know you were a Priest fan.
Oh yeah, I told you I got that record in
Rapid Fire. Pummeling the world like a battering ram. I'm going to private. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Joe has a list. Joe, break out the list. We have a list for today.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, what are we?
I see what this
This
is
actually
going.
came out on March 13th of this
Hey.
year. From
Who Are You came out in 78.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
It absolutely did. Let me
Yeah,
just say
that's
this, too. Next week, gentlemen, Monday or Sunday
Oh, Sunday, dude.
for what?
The
for
show.
the show?
Yeah.
Why is
Sunday.
it? What's the
Well, the thing is, so Monday is April 3rd, and they're doing a prime rib dinner at this cigar place, and I might go. I haven't decided yet, but
Mr. J's?
yeah.
Hmm.
It's a prime rib dinner on Monday night.
How much
Anyways.
they charge him?
$50. But you get a couple of cigars too.
Oh yeah. I mean, after that free spread they put out, you was still
Is that unbelievable, that spread they had?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I'm thinking of it. But I don't know. Maybe we'll do Monday. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll do Monday. I don't know if I'm gonna go yet. It depends. I'll email you guys if we do. Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous, great record. Great record. All right, what's this list? Let's start this list.
what number am I starting off at?
Well, what's the criteria, please?
Joe has a list. It's called the best heavy metal songs of all time.
100 greatest heavy metal songs of all times, according
I can
to Rolling
guess.
Stone.
that this is going to be like a list of like
Is Poison on here?
Morbid Death Squad from Sweden or something like
Oh, that kind of
Or
not.
Celtic
Yeah,
Frost.
I don't know. I don't think so.
This is more comprehensive.
All right.
All right.
So let's
From
start
Rolling
from
Stone?
50.
Joe did his
All right.
research.
I'm actually
Okay.
scrolling down to 50. I've been scrolling for a minute. So let me 56. Bark at the Moon. I may put that
Thin
high.
Lizzy, Live and Dangerous, Steve K is up there for one of the best live records. That's a
54
great
I
record.
love. All right. We have starting off at 50. Oh, you motherfucker. I got down to 51 and I get the button load more. Shit.
Oh,
All right, here we
let me
go.
just say this. Let me just say this before we start. You know what song is never on this list, but it's one of my all-time favorite metal songs?
What?
On and On by the Michael Schenker Group. Where the fuck is On and On? I love that song. I hear it every day in the gym.
Not
Are
on
you
and on.
listening?
It's not on and on this list.
No
I
way.
just checked.
I bet you Michael Schenker's not even on the list at all.
No, they don't even. No.
All right. Starting off at number 50, Procreation of the Wicked by Celtic Frost.
I called
From
it. I said
1984.
Celtic Frost.
Celtic Frost.
I just said
Can
that.
I tell you the only thing I remember about Celtic Frost was in the back of guitar magazines, you could like send away with a coupon and get their records.
You
I never
gotta
even
see
heard of
this
these
picture.
bands.
You have to see the picture is almost like a Spinal Tap kind of. It's fucking hysterical. I'm like, really, guys? Really? Yeah.
You're gonna get bands like
All right.
Candlemass and
Just number 49 is Just One Fix, Ministry from
That's not-
1992.
oh,
More
songs.
industrial.
Yeah, that's
I think they're a little.
give me the Thorazine. The Thorazine.
All right, here we go.
I tell you right now, Alan Jorgensen from Ministry would hate my opinion of Ministry because their best album is their first record, With Sympathy. That's a fucking great record.
You know, Ministry inspired ZZ Top to do Eliminator. That's where they got a lot of that sync beats in the back. I read that somewhere. It was on the internet, so it must be true.
Absolutely.
Number 48, a band we all know, Walk in the Shadows, Queensryche.
Great song. What you'd say? The Ethel Merman of rock and roll. Jeff Tate, everybody.
Oh my goodness! I'm sure
You
he would
fool
love.
with me.
Here's a band I never heard of. Number 47, Locust Star by Neurosis.
See, I knew there'd be these fringe.
Did you hear the new record from Neurosis? Can you imagine that was a conversation somewhere at one
That
point?
would be a conversation. Here's a band I know. Number 46, the song is Night Goat. The band is the Melvins.
Night Goat.
They're not really metal.
What
punk.
is this?
Bob, they play them all the time on my doom metal station. Some of that shit's really low. Okay, here we go. Number 45, a little song called Symphony of Destruction by a little band known as Megadeth from 1992.
Wow.
Yeah. Not one of their better songs, but
Yeah, I was gonna say definitely not the best song on that album.
Coming in at number 4, Green Machine by Caius.
That's Josh Homme's band.
did you get the new record
Into
from
Stoner.
Caius?
Stoner rock.
1992. Okay, now we come down to number 43, Bring Me to Life by Evanescence.
Oh God.
I thought we were doing metal, not gay rock.
rock all the time, all time gay.
You'll have Celtic Frost in one ear and Evanescence in the other. Coming in at number 42, Curse You All Men by Emperor.
Release the Emperor.
Did you get the new Emperor record?
Okay, coming in at
Emperor
number
Ming.
41, Bleed by Meshuggah.
I like Meshuggah. I don't know Bleed, but I like the band.
Okay, here we go. Coming in at number 40, and this is a picture.
I
of
can
them.
name, but I can name about 2,000 songs that I'm sure are better.
I know. Some of the songs I scrolled past were better. Coming in at number 40 from 1976, Victim of Changes by Judas Priest.
That's on Sin After Sin. Great song.
Coming
Just
in at
waiting for
number
Jethro
39, For
Steve
Whom
K.
the Bell
Smash.
Tolls, Metallica.
On no
Best song
planet
on that
ever is that better than Victim of Changes.
That's a good song. Coming in at
Not the
38,
best
Killing
one,
in the
no.
Name, Rage Against the Machine.
Oh Christ. Well, at least they got the first one. All the other ones sound like.
Coming in at number
Yeah, I don't know if that's even a good record, a good song on that record.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's so many better songs on that album. Take the Power Back.
Right over there. Give me a second. All right, now I can see better. Hold on. Coming in at 37, Chop Suey by System of a Down.
Fuck off.
You don't like them?
It's like, what?
Tourette syndrome.
It's like listening to it's like someone singing the lyrics to him, and he had a guy at a Chinese restaurant calling off the order to the chef. Yeah, I'll take the chicken fingers and the pork fried rice. Chicken finger, pork fried rice. It's like that's how he sings. Like,
You go now.
yeah, it's like,
Did you ever see on South Park the City Walk? But it's
oh, I love Shitty Walk. Shitty Walk.
Oh, is this a Chinese house? We were looking for the airlines. Oh, hello, Shitty Airline.
Yeah, Shitty Airline.
It's the same guy, but he changes the inflection. Oh, hello, a Shitty Airline.
These fucking guys
Oh
are
my
gold.
God, I was dying. I was watching that clip on Instagram the other night.
Oh, it's
Like,
the
we need to
best.
go to Canada. Oh no, you want to go there? $3,000. No. He gets him down to like $62.
Yeah, it's great.
You know, meet me at the yellow Cessna. Oh God. Coming in at 30, Shitty Walk.
Shitty Walk.
Those guys are fucking hysterical. Coming in at number 36, Rock You Like a Hurricane, the Scorpions.
Again, great record. Could be the
Not
worst
the
song
best
on that
song.
album.
Yeah.
What list are we on right now?
This is the
100
50 greatest. Oh, 100.
100
Yeah.
greatest heavy metal songs of all time, according to Rolling Stone magazine.
That you've never heard of.
Well, no,
Well,
we've heard some
A
of them.
handful, but
Coming in at 35, Fade to Black, Metallica.
What's a better
what was
song than Whom the Bell Tolls?
Yeah, either one. It's still that they're picking them off the right album, but I better not see any other Metallica on this list. That's it. For
You
them.
know you're going to get more Metallica.
Of course. but that's
Coming
it.
in at 34, Smoke on the Water by Deep Purple.
Again,
not
worst
metal.
song on that album.
Oh, come on.
It's not
On
metal.
that album? What are you saying? Are you saying come on because I said it's the worst song on that album, or that he said it's not metal?
No, I would say it's more hard rock than metal. I would never consider it metal. To me, it's hard rock, but I love the song.
It's a great song. I just think if you're saying it's the best
first
of all
million
time
times
on
I've
that
heard it.
record, what else was on that record?
Highway Star.
Lazy.
Highways.
Highway Star's a way better fucking song.
Coming in
Yeah,
at number
Smoke on-
33, Kiss Me Deadly by Lita Ford.
Christ.
That's a pop song.
Went to the party just the other night. Didn't get
Oh,
laid.
it's terrible. I like the other one better with Ozzy. Close your
That's a great
eyes.
song. All right. Coming in at number 32, Mother by Danzig.
Horrible.
Oh, you don't. What are you
I
listening
hate
to?
that
I'm
song.
with you, Joe. I like
Come
Danzig.
on, man. Danzig's
Mother.
awesome. Fucking Sam Hain. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 31, Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath.
It's a good tune.
Good
Like
song.
Neon Nights. Neon Nights.
I like Neon Nights better. I like Children of the Sea better.
And beating them for the 30 spot is Enter Sandman by Metallica.
Oh, that's
Fuck.
awful song.
Oh, here
When
we
does
go.
Metallica beat out any Black Sabbath? I don't care if it's Ozzy or Dio up front.
Anything.
I don't care if it's fucking Ian Gillan with Trashed up front. The fucking Born Again.
I mean, I hear that song every day too.
Okay, number 29. I got no problem with this. Walk by Pantera.
Great song.
All right.
I maybe great song in my top 200, but not. Is it better than anything on the fucking 80s Iron Maiden albums? No.
And we haven't hit any Maiden yet, so
Yeah.
that's something weird. Now 28. Here they are again, Megadeth. Holy Wars, The Punishment Due.
Great song.
Great song.
Not
Not my favorite song on the album, though. I like Tornado.
It's a great one though.
Coming in
Oh,
at
yeah.
27.
Oh, yeah. They're all great.
Here they are again, Living After Midnight, Judas Priest.
Awful song. I can't
It's a
stand
pop
that.
song. I love it,
Never
but
liked
it's a
that
pop
song.
No
song.
Maiden yet. Number 26, Am I Evil by Diamond Head.
My mother was
Only
a
made
witch.
famous because
Metallica.
only
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Metallica made it famous.
Yeah.
Coming in at number 25, Rainbow in the Dark by Dio.
Mm.
It's a good one.
Yep.
Stand up
I
I
and
like how
shout.
the bass is mixed really loud.
Uh,
The bass is so loud in that.
Number
Holy
24,
Diver.
which should never be above any Dio, is South of Heaven by Slayer.
You know what I was wondering was confusing, concerning to me is you never see Ronnie James Dio or Rhea Perlman in the same room.
They're the same person.
Yeah, I know. Since Dio died, you don't see much of Rhea Perlman anymore.
That's right.
That's
Number 20,
Oh, great tune. Mean Street, great song.
number 23, Shout at the Devil by Motley Crue.
Shout at the devil. What'd you guys think about the crew using backing tracks? Did you see that video where the guy has proof because he actually has the backing tracks that he can play? And yeah, there's a video.
Yeah,
saying
I
that.
mean, to me, if you're going to see Motley Crue, you've given up your right to an opinion if they're using backing tracks because you clearly have zero taste. They're terrible.
Yeah.
The band's always been
I like
terrible.
I like the first album.
Coming in at number 22, Caught in a Mosh, it's Anthrax.
What is it called? In a
Mosh. Finally on this fucking list, number 21, The Trooper. But I honestly, they could be the next fucking 20 songs after this.
That's what I was
Iron
saying.
Maiden, The Trooper.
Yeah.
There's so many better songs than the Trooper.
And The Trooper.
I always
got beat
liked
out. The best is I see the picture before I see the song, and that's where you see me shaking my head. Go ahead.
I like the Flight of Icarus. I always enjoyed
That's a
that
great
too.
song.
fucking Hallowed Be Thy
I like that
Name.
better than
Fuck.
Trooper.
I like Where Eagles Dare, Revelation.
Fucking 2 Minutes to Midnight.
Great.
what was it? What's that? Your favorite one? In a time when dinosaurs.
Oh, that's the worst.
Sword and Steel, Quest of Fire and Sword and Steel, right? Whatever that one.
I love Sun and Steel.
Oh, Sun and
Sunlight.
Steel.
That's a good one, but Quest of Fire. At a time when dinosaurs roam the earth. It's like, what?
I remember hearing that first, and I love the song because it was Maiden, and I automatically had to love it. But when that first came on, I was like, what did he just say? What? All right, number 20, Beating Out Maiden, The Trooper. I don't know how the fuck this, and I love this song. It's Round and Round by Rat.
Good. That record was all right. Hugh Caldwell says a proper debate. Worst band, Motley Crue or Poison. But I love the fact it must be a British or a European thing when they say proper. I was watching. You guys know the Rate My Takeaway guy, and he goes to some place and there's a sign that says proper smoked meats. And I'm like, is there improper smoked meats available as well? I'm like, what does it mean, proper smoked meats?
I know that other guy.
It's a difference between like using mesquite or cigarette smoke.
But it's like proper. I'm like, what's proper about
that other guy? And now the review of that guy that does the food, that weird kid that's always in a suit.
Oh, I love him.
Oh, yeah,
he's fucking great.
I love him because he goes and he makes jokes, but he doesn't. They're not funny.
No.
But he's out of his mind.
Yeah, he has that nasally voice too.
Yeah. Did you ever read the one where he reads his hate mail?
Really? No. That one.
And he's just reading the nastiest comments about him.
People are such cocksuckers.
Oh, they're idiots. But he's just reading them and just like. But
what's the name of the channel? I saw it before. It's just that I can't.
The Report of the Week.
The Report of the Week. That's it. Yeah. And he never says his name.
Welcome to Food Reviews with your host, the Report of the Week. Today I'm having a sandwich from Wendy's. Let's see what it tastes like here. Well, we see it has meat and cheese. And then
the best is he'll always do the pose like for the thumbnail. And he'll do a few weird poses.
Hey, Oliver.
Coming in at 19, Peace sells, but who's buying? Megadeth.
Great song.
Mm-hmm. I like Wake Up Dead.
Great song.
Coming in at 18, once again, I would consider this band hard rock, but I love it, is Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, hard rock, great song.
I would never consider them heavy metal, ever.
Yeah, neither would I.
I don't even know if I would call it hard rock. That record was rock. I mean, the rest of that record was, I don't know how I'm gonna tell you. A lot of acoustic songs on that record. There's banjo on that record.
Coming in
but
at
the
17.
way that he went, that was the first time you heard somebody trying to sound evil. You know, instead
was it evil or a sound like a Viking?
Yeah, whatever they were.
The use of that
it wasn't
song,
trying to sound pretty.
He inspired a lot of people.
The use of that song.
Oh, thank you, Oliver.
In the final battle of Thor Ragnarok is fucking perfect.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I'm what
are you the god of again?
And I got Thor and the Hulk fucking fighting, and I'm listening to Zeppelin, and I'm in heaven. 17, once again, hard rock. I'd have never thought of them as heavy metal.
Sorry, Joe, that's Valhalla.
What happened?
That hard rock. Back in Black. Hard rock.
Yeah, Back in Black, AC/DC is number 17. It's not metal.
No.
Finally, coming in again, number 16, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Iron Maiden.
We should do an episode where we all have pipes. And people just say songs and we sit there in like as a court and say, is it metal or not metal? That song is not metal.
Not metal.
Quite.
Absolutely not metal.
I'll get a pipe and a fucking gavel for that fucking show. Coming in at 15, no. Stop. No. Angel of Death by Slayer. Stop putting them above fucking Black Sabbath. And
you notice people with a pipe, they take their time. There's something that they know that we don't know. They're always like, when they sit there, it's like you could ask them, is that metal? They would spend 5 minutes lighting the pipe thinking. And then after they light it, they're like, what was the question again?
No, but then you're going to come in like, what's his name? Why don't you try one of quality for a change?
Oh, that was on yesterday.
Fucking episode. Coming in at 14, Stargazer by Rainbow.
Great song. Heard it today.
What would you
Great song.
consider it metal?
No.
Okay. Here's metal. Number 13, Paranoid by Black Sabbath.
All right. Again, on that album.
Oh, come on. The next one. I'm having your reactions. Go ahead.
Jethro Tull.
Electric Funeral. Hand of Doom. I'll take all that. And War Pigs, I take over Paranoid.
Honestly, this whole list could have been every fucking Sabbath song.
Agreed. In Maiden, you could have.
Coming in at number 12. I love this song. Don't get me wrong. It's not metal, and it's not above fucking Paranoid and Black Sabbath. Cult of Personality by Living Colour.
Yeah, not even close. Why the fuck is that hot? But
high? It's a great. No, I love the song. I like the band, but it's not that. You're right, Dave.
Yeah, it's rock.
Yeah,
it's rock.
Once again, here they are, Metallica with One.
What year was that, Dave?
Number 11.
Cult of Personality is like
89.
Yeah, 88.
88. Yeah, end of 88. That's right. I saw him at the beginning of 89.
The guitar solo in that is, to me, it's unlistenable because it's just
when he plays fast.
I'll be the first one to say I think Vernon Reed's rotten. Just rotten. Just his sound, his tone, the playing. But they had some good songs. He was a good songwriter, but when it comes to a solo, the guy should have bowed out.
I agree.
All right. Well, just
some
to
of his
reiterate,
funk chops are pretty good.
11 is One by Metallica.
Depressing.
Coming in at number 10, Let's Run to the Hills with Iron Maiden.
Great song.
Hal would be the name was better.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9, Holy Diver, Dio.
All right. Well, at least they figured out that was better than Rainbow in the Dark.
I like it.
Fuck my fucking ass.
Here comes Metallica.
No. Raining Blood, Slayer, number 8.
Slayer.
You're going to tell me that's better than fucking Dio's Holy Diver? They would tell you that's not better than Dio's Holy Diver.
Yeah, they're not good.
Number 7, Iron Man by Black Sabbath.
It's a good song. I don't know that it's great. It's good.
Number 6, Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Number 5, Black Sabbath again, War Pigs.
That's a great one.
Number 4, Breaking the Law, Judas Priest.
I like that less than Living After Midnight.
I like it a little more than Living. I can't stand either song.
I like how
those are the two songs on the record that could.
Breaking the Law is so overplayed that Priest plays that song live, and Halford doesn't even sing it. He just lets the audience sing it. He's like, "Okay, yeah, you've heard it. We'll play it."
You mean what's obnoxious about Halford when he does that? Because he's always like, "Breaking the what? Breaking the what?" They said law, asshole. Get the song going. He sits there for 10 minutes going, breaking the what? Breaking the what? Can you get your fucking... I get some asshole screaming next to me, law. Can you hurry up and stop the fucking song?
Maybe he thinks he's Stone Cold Steve Austin. What?
Oh, it drove me nuts. The intro to Breaking the Law. Oh, live.
Breaking the what?
Oh.
Coming in, we're in the top 3. Coming in at number 3, Ace of Spades, Motorhead.
Great song. Not metal.
Oh, these motherfuckers are back at number 2 with Master of Puppets, Metallica.
Fuck off with Master of Puppets.
Now, I want you to guess the number 1 song.
Ooh.
Oh, number 1.
Stairway to Heaven.
They're probably going to say
Out
Zeppelin.
of left field.
I'm
going to say Zeppelin. They say Black Sabbath, and the song is going to be...
Hold on, let me get my pipe.
Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath.
No,
you said it earlier, Dave.
I think, for me, Snowblind is one of the best Black Sabbath songs, but I'll say Supernaut from Sabbath, even though I know it won't be there.
No, I don't think they're going to say that. I think they're going to say
Go ahead.
It's
What do
going
you
to be
think?
totally way off, whatever it is. It's not going to be metal. It's going
It
to.
always is.
Well, it's not girls' school, so at least they got that right. Okay, let me just say the man in the lower right corner that sells all the strings nailed it. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath.
Wow.
But if you had to think of the band that started it all with the song that might have started it all,
Yeah.
right?
That was
At
the
least
first
you
one.
got that.
And that was them kind of messing around with what, like Holtz Mars,
Down.
right? With the flat five, the tritone.
All right, there we go. Well, they launched the whole fucking genre that still lives on today.
What was number 100 on that list that we didn't hear?
All right, let's go up.
Hey, Joe,
What?
what do you think about Blue Cheer maybe kicking things off?
No. I wasn't metal
That
either.
fucking that drum beat in Summertime Blues, and it predates whatever.
But the song is Summertime Blues. They may as well have played Tony
Oh, but
Basil's
dude, that
Mickey.
electric feedback solo and shit is very Sabbathy, man. When you think about it,
Number
What year was
one-
it from?
I think it's 68 or 9. So
How about
that's-
Music
Cream was-
Machine?
Yeah. It's that thump.
Cream was already doing heavier stuff.
How about Music Machine? Talk.
That's pretty fucking heavy, dude. But just a thought.
How about Mickey by Tony Basil with those drums?
And those.
I wanna hear it.
windshields.
It's
How
actually
would
a
they-
cover, It really was called Ricky.
Yeah.
Or not Ricky.
No, Weird Al was Ricky.
Ricky. Yeah.
Weird Al
What was,
did
what was the
Ricky.
what was the real one?
Yeah, it was a guy's name.
Mickey?
Rocky.
No, it was a girl's name.
Oh. I don't know. But you wanted to know, let's start at 100. Number 100 is Welcome to Hell by Venom.
Oh, yeah, that.
Number 99. There we go. Start the siren.
That's the best part.
Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins owes Black Sabbath for that type of chord.
Yeah.
They ripped that off.
That's like what's his name?
I just know that. Oh, exactly. It's in that Cherub Rock or something.
The original
Oh,
song
but it
was
sounds
Kitty.
real jazzy.
Kitty, not Mickey.
It sounds like like Wes Montgomery.
Hold on.
I'll be there.
But other than that, like a little Westlake.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's great.
Exactly.
Number 99 is Planets Collide by Crowbar.
Crowbar?
Crowbar?
The best is
I saw
number
them open for
98.
Pantera.
98 is a band I've never heard of, and the song's from 2017. Is that even legal?
What the hell is it?
Executioner's Tax, Swing the Axe by Power Trip.
Have you got the new Power Trip record?
Shit.
Fucking wrong
We're
with you.
really going to be on a power trip now after hearing they made that list.
Number 97 is 43% Burnt by the Dillinger Escape Plan.
Now, I'm curious if Slipknot's on there. Dave will be disappointed. if
Number
there's no Slipknot.
96, Yeah Right, Girl School.
Yeah, I don't know how Slipknot.
Yeah,
What's
right.
that song on Slipknot from the first record? All I want to do is bend it down. All I want to do is then spit it out. Spit it out. Spit it out should be on this list.
Number 95 is Davidian by Machine Head. Number 94, In the Meantime by Helmet.
Great song. Not metal, but a great song.
Number 93, Hammer Smashed Face by Cannibal Corpse.
Never too much, never too much. I'll do that one next. Wait, never too much. Let me just think. Boom, I'll learn it for you, Speed. I love that.
Didn't that Cannibal Corpse guy burn his house down with a flame torch or a big old flame blower or whatever?
AD files.
Yeah, got in trouble.
Number 92 is All We Are by Warlock.
Oh, we are. What's it? Dora Pesh.
I'm down the. Prison in the grass, it's a gas, baby, can you feel? You guys remember that tune?
Yes.
Yeah.
Crazy in the Friends of Distinction.
What was that, Joe?
Number 91 is Pull Me Under by Dream Theater.
That was their Queensryche sounding song.
And apparently, this photo is before what's his name started weightlifting because I can't pick him out.
Yeah.
He got the beard and the fucking guns. Number 90, Bring the Noise by Public Enemy featuring Anthrax. That's a great fucking song. Number 89, You Can't Bring Me Down by Suicidal Tendencies.
I actually like that song. I like that song.
I like the band.
This ain't no Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You say you feel like shit. I'd rather feel like that shit than be full of shit.
Number 88, This Time by Life of Agony.
What is it?
This Time by Life of Agony.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Great
I
band.
think it said the Dream Academy for a second.
I don't think I've ever heard of them.
No. Perfect segue, Dave.
Salvation Army, man.
Number 87, Slaughter of the Soul by At the Gate.
Salvation Army band played, and the children don't reminisce.
Snow's coming.
In the city.
Somewhere on the Rolling Stones list.
Number 86 is 21st Century Schizoid Man by King
That's
Crimson.
not metal.
Great
I
song.
like the middle part.
You're right.
Who covered that?
April
Wine.
Wine.
That's right, April Wine.
They did a good job, too.
They did. That was awesome.
I don't know that this band should be in. Dave, where would you
They're a
put this
good band.
band in the top million metal songs? It's number 85. There Goes the Neighborhood by Body Count.
God.
That's Ice-T.
That was Ice-T's band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming
I
in
think I
at
did a
80
gig with them.
Really?
Yeah. I think so. Where the hell was that gig? It might have been at the Viper Room. God, I played.
They should ask Ice-T should ask Hillary Clinton to write the next Body Count album for him.
Number 84, Thunder Kiss 65, White Zombie.
Not a bad song.
Great song. Number 83, World Eater by Bolt Thrower.
You guys get the new Bolt Thrower record?
Bolt Thrower.
I've heard of them. My friend Bill got that once, but just the.
Hey, does your friend Bill have the new Bolt Thrower record?
Yeah.
Bolt Thrower.
Number 82 is Spit by Kitty.
What is it?
Spit by Kitty.
This list
It's
is
all
fucked
female.
up.
It's an all female.
Is that a girl band?
Yeah.
Their best song was Funeral. Shit, what the hell was the name of the song? Funeral for Yesterday, I think. It's fucking awesome. Coming in at number 81, We're Not Gonna Take It, Twisted Sister.
That's not metal.
We're Not Gonna Take It by Twisted Sister.
That's number 81.
I liked You're Gonna Burn in Hell, No Evil, Don't You See, No Evil. That was a decent song.
Come Out and Play, right? The whole fucking VHS tape came with it. Number 80, My Own Summer, Shove It by the Deftones.
That's where they're starting with the Deftones. I mean, fucking Deftones have a million better songs than that.
Coming in at number 79, Put Your Balls to the Wall, Man, by Accept.
Accept.
You got your balls to the wall, man.
I like Fast as a Shark better.
My favorite Accept is Midnight Mover. Number 7.
I thought that was Rob Halford's favorite.
What?
Midnight Mover.
Number 78, Concubine by Converge.
Eh?
Number 77 is Jesus Christ Pose by Soundgarden.
Great song.
Great song. Great album.
Off that album, there's about 6 better songs.
Number 76 is A Fine Day to Die by Bathory.
Do you guys have the new Bathory record? Bathory.
Number 75, Youth Gone
Take a
Wild.
Bathory.
Skid Row.
Yeah, you know what? There is no Crocus on this list.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
This headhunt.
we still got 25 to get to 50.
Take a Bathory.
They got Youth Gone Wild is 75 by Skid Row.
You've Gone
74
Wild.
is Chopped in Half by Obituary.
Do you guys have the new Obituary record?
Number 73
Yeah, I see it in the
is,
paper.
I like this band, is Du Hast by Rammstein.
Oh yeah.
Great guitar tone on that.
Yeah.
Do us.
Yeah.
Do
They make great videos and
Hast.
songs,
Du
but
hast
the videos
mich.
are great.
Du hast mich.
Number 72, You Suffer by Napalm Death.
Oh, that old band?
71 is Blood and
I've heard
Thunder
of
by
them.
Mastodon.
I knew Napalm Death's been around forever. They're also in the back of the magazines with what was it? Celtic Frost.
Celtic Frost.
Exactly. They're on the same. They were Metal Blade Records. Buy the album, send in this coupon, and you can buy the record.
Number 70,
2 for 1.
Flying Whales, Gojira.
Gojira.
Is that a cheese?
69 is Evil by Merciful Fate.
That was another band that I never got.
Number 68, Running with the Devil, Van Halen.
Not metal.
Yeah, not
67 is Blind by Korn.
that was a good song. Are you ready?
66,
That was the best
Bang
part of
Your
it.
Head, Mental Health by Quiet Riot.
Awful.
Number 65, Over My Head by King's X.
I
That's
think
not
Over
metal.
My Head by
And
Fleetwood
that's-
Mac's the better song.
And that's probably one of the
Come
weakest
on,
songs
that's a
on that
great
album.
song. Yeah, it is, but it's a great song.
Yeah, that was weird because that was like the only thing that I ever heard on radio was Over My Head by King's X.
All right.
Yeah, that was the only.
Oh, King's X Over My Head?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a weird
Oh,
one.
I know Black Flag is the big song. I know.
No, this was King's
Yeah,
X.
that was on the album after.
Number 64,
That-
and I'm not rushing because I got to put Mikey to bed. 64 is Black Number 1, Little Miss Scarrow by Typo Negative.
I like Typo Negative. I wouldn't put
63, Summertime Blues by Blue Cheer.
You got it, Jerry.
62 is Dragonaut by Sleep.
I like Sleep.
Sleep is fucking awesome.
yeah, I really like.
Well, you
Sleep.
need to
Hey,
make
don't
sure
be
you
a
don't
prick.
Dragonaut.
Don't be a prick. Number 61 is We Will Rise by Arch Enemy. Number 60 is People Equal Shit by Slipknot.
That's not as good as Spit It Out.
No. Number 59 is Freezing Moon by Mayhem.
Oh, that old classic band of Mayhem.
Number,
Freezing.
Did you get the new
freezing
Mayhem?
moon? That's when you get up.
Right.
That's when you get up in the middle of
hey,
the night
you
and
know
go
what
to
I
the
got in the
toilet.
mail
And it's ice
today?
cold.
I got my Mayhem Celtic Frost and what was the other one?
Exactly.
Bolt throw.
Both are up.
Throw up.
Number 58, Refuse Resist by Sepultura.
Don't know it.
Number 57, The Cry of Mankind by My Dying Bride.
Fuck me.
No. Number
Don't know it.
56 is Bark at the Moon, like I had said earlier.
Cool tune.
55
Great
is
song.
Caffeine by Faith No More.
That's on the second album, Midlife
Angel
Crisis.
54,
yeah.
I love this song. I love this band. It's Photograph by Def Leppard.
It's a good one.
53 is 46 and 2 by Tool. 52 is Deliverance by Opeth. And 51 is Slate Man by Godflesh.
Godflesh.
Did you get
I
the
like
new
Army
Godflesh
better than
today?
Caffeine.
Right. Yeah.
And
Or
that's
you can order the
top 100 done reversed.
You can get
Not to be con-
Godflesh and
Not
8
to be
other albums
confused
for
with
1
Todd
penny.
Smack.
That's an underrated album, Angel Dust. That's
Ballad
a really
Midlife
good-
Crisis.
Yeah, midlife crisis. RV, I like on that too.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
All right. It's
Yeah,
5
exactly.
after. I got
Def Leppard has a lot better songs than that.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
I still have the top 10 best songs of all time. We'll save that for next week.
I will save it for next week. All right, folks, it's 10:05. Joe's got to run to help Mikey. I've got to run to help myself to the lavatory.
And I've got the runs.
Thank you. Yeah, horrible, Steve. Horrible list. I want to thank everyone. Let's just go around the horn. Jerry, thanks so much for coming. We'd like to see next week that guitar put together.
Yeah.
Not next week. Whenever you get it.
Whatever.
Krellbar, great seeing you. If anyone's wondering if Krellbar is single, he has a drum kit in his living room. Zim, thanks so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you, guys.
And Joe, as always, thank you very much. What are you gonna smoke after this? After you put him to bed?
No, I haven't had one in a few weeks. Last week, if anyone was wondering where I was, I had either food poisoning. I actually think it might have been a stomach virus.
It could be norovirus.
I don't know what the fuck it was. It was brutal. But
sounds like norovirus.
Yeah, I haven't even opened up my box of. I got a box that maybe I'll try a nub tonight. It's been a while, but good to be back. I missed everybody last week. All right.
Yeah, we'll do. I think so Monday, unless I'll post it in the thing if it changes, but it's probably going to be sold out by now, and I haven't responded. And I have actually next week's going to be a shit show week for me. I have things to do every other night. So Monday is definitely we'll be here. Actually, when's Monday? The 3rd? I got to get my license on that day too. I got to go get the real license.
Oh, geez.
What a license!
Did they make you do that?
Well, I want to because I want to get my picture retaken because on my license now it's fat me.
Yeah,
I'm literally like 80 pounds lighter.
Yeah, but who's ever going to see?
They don't let you get a regular license though. They make you get the real ID.
Well, you have to get it by 2025. It's a federal thing.
Tomorrow's an evil day.
All right, look at. Oh yeah, nice. Look at this,
Yeah,
Jerry.
motherfucker right there.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice, Jerry.
Yeah.
Tomorrow,
Jerry, how's the diet treating you? You doing all right on it? How you feeling?
Under 200.
Nice.
I feel great.
Excellent.
I'm going to probably walk after I get off this.
Excellent.
Even though it's shitty.
I want to say one more thing before I run and put my.
Yeah, but all right, whoa. So you look like you weigh the same, dude. Like exactly. You got
with short hair.
You got longer hair now.
I had a haircut.
Yeah.
They're showing licenses,
Dave.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Only if you I'll hold it up.
Bro, how big were you? Ooh.
Can one of you
I look like a bad dude.
Smiles in my photos.
Wow. All right, Dave, let's see yours, brother. Let's see yours.
My wall's not even in this room. It's in the other room.
But the fact.
Wait, Dave, I want to tell you something. I want to make you guess at something. Tomorrow is an evil day. Can you guess why?
Evil day. March 28th. No.
Tomorrow I will be 666 days sober.
Oh!
It's a human number, the number of the beast. Play me Number of the Beast. Oh, you put the guitar down.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to put a video out for that, at least a 5-minute one.
That's great, man. Congratulations.
Hey,
everyone.
I'll drink
Joe,
to that.
666 days sober.
I'm 2 months away from 2 years.
That's unbelievable.
Very good. Oh, that time flew.
Awesome.
I remember when you were saying you were only doing it for like 3 months or 4 months or something like that. That time went by quick.
Yeah.
Somebody
Time flies
give me
when
a
you're having
shot.
none, right? Time flies
Right.
when you're having none. All right. Good night,
Yeah.
everybody.
All right, everyone. Very good. Later.
Okay, goodbye, Ted.